As a software engineer, I'm always on the lookout for a decent keyboard for typing code. And drama, a couple of weeks ago, I broke my daily driver, which was my Gem80 Pro. So now I need a new keyboard. And since I've been really enjoying the NuPhy Gem80 at work for about a year now, which is like a low profile keyboard, I figured, why not try the Gem80, which is their premium keyboard kit. So today we'll be unboxing, building, and then testing the Gem80 by NuPhy. So the Gem80 is actually a barebone kit, which means you also have to buy switches and keycaps to complete the set. You don't have to buy them with NuPhy, but if you buy them with your keyboard, they actually have a bundle, so you don't have to spend so much money buying those extra. I've got the Gem80 in black, which cost me $169.95. I also got the themed keycap in obsidian black, which cost an extra $15. I've got a set of baby kangaroo mechanical switches, which was an extra $25. And to complete the set, I also got a desk mat, which was an additional $24. And a wrist rest for $34 extra. All in all, with shipping for all of this, I paid just over $300. Let's open the box. So in the box we get all the paperwork, quick guide, Q&A. So the keyboard comes in a cloth. That looks nice. Has a bit of weight to it. What else is inside the box? A USB-C cable and a toolbox. Let's see this keyboard. Okay, it's nice. It has already 3 switches installed. The top of the case is solid aluminium. The bottom of the case is a transparent polycarbonate. There is a USB-C connection. Switching from a Mac to Windows layout is done by a tiny switch. And there is also a switch to change it from a wired keyboard to a wireless keyboard. Let's look at the accessories. A USB-A to USB-C coiled cable. Feels a bit cheap, to be fair. It would be nice for this price to get a sleeved cable. And in the other box, we get a wireless adapter, a keycap puller, a precision screwdriver, which can act as a fidget toy, nameplates, and a bunch of parts which can be used for different mounting options. So I'll remove the switches. I'm going to be opening it now to see what's inside. So this board has south-facing hot swappable switches, PCB, but there seems to be another foam layer, then the battery, and a silicon layer. Despite having bought a bunch of keyboard, I still really don't know what's my personal preferences when it comes to sound and feel, and I think this is where this keyboard is really great. You can really customize the layers to customize the sound, and you can also customize how the switch plate is mounted. Since I don't really know what I want, I'm just going to be trusting them on this one and leave everything as stock. Let's close this back up. It's kangaroo time. And that's it for the baby kangaroo switches. Now, keycap time. The quality on those keys is pretty good. The legend is really crisp. It's like a little cat. With the MSA profile, it's a bit different than the standard cherry profile I'm used to. I think it's a bit smaller in a way. We'll give it a shot. There you go, with the keycaps. There is one last thing though I need to add. There you go. And I can just tell like already from just putting the keys on that the sound is gonna be so much nicer from what I had. I haven't even done anything. I haven't looped the switches. I haven't changed the foam inside. I haven't changed the plate. This is nice. USB-C. FN plus up and down will change the brightness. FN plus left will change the effect. And FN plus right will change the hue of the effect. Honestly, the quick guide manual has a ton of information on all the key bindings already existing on the keyboard. But then, if it's too complicated for you or you want to have the same key binding between all your keyboards, that's kind of the purpose of having QMK and via compatibility, is so you can change your key binding. Let's see how good this is. The NuPhy's keyboard are not compatible directly with VIA. You have to download a JSON from their website, import it into VIA, and then you can remap your keyboard. Another quirk with NuPhy's keyboard is once you're able to configure your layers in VIA, since the keyboard has a Windows and Mac switch, the layers 0 to 1 are for Mac, and then 2 to 3 are for Windows, and then you have a bunch of other layers used like for the rest. Okay, now for the installation on the main desk with the numpad and the wrist rest. It's gonna be good. Perfect. Some final thoughts. Well, the Gem80 from NuPhy is definitely not the cheapest TKL keyboard you can find. You can get something way cheaper, even from NuPhy itself, or from Apple Maker, or Keychron, or whatever, right? At the same time, it's definitely not the most expensive keyboard. You can find some keyboard with like copper, bronze, iron case, which are thousands of dollars. So I think this one sits in the middle. So that's kind of the point, right? You have a lot of room to play with a keyboard like this. Switch out the foam for different sounds, switch out the plate for different feeling, like a bounciness, switch out the switches, the keycaps. So a lot to experiment with inside just a one box. Some of the things I don't really like, the VIA support isn't that great. You have to download the JSON from their website to load it onto VIA, but at least it's good. They're not using a third-party software that you have to install on your own computer, so you're not really wasting too much time. Something else I would like to see is, since I'm using the keyboard in wired mode with a USB cable, I would like the RGB to synchronize on my computer. It seems that the keyboard isn't recognized by signal RGB, so I'm going to need to find a different firmware for it. Alright, that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Do that whole subscribe-y like thing. And if you want more information about the things I'm building, the things I'm reviewing, check my website. And for now, see ya.